Voting. This is my first time voting for a presidential election,
Yes.
being a U.S. citizen and a resident. So it's so exciting. We're going to talk about the importance today for us and share that with you on Life
With the Jacksons.
You Betcha.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in again. As Brenda says, it's her first U.S. presidential election. Very exciting time for Brenda. Unfortunately for me, I'm not able to vote in this one due to my citizenship status, but it is a very exciting time for both of us and really looking forward to it.
Yeah, don't worry that if you know Leon, I'm reminding you that even though we lived in Canada, he still knows the U.S. election, the U.S.
Yes.
process, the politics, both on both sides. So it's nice to have him around. So he keeps me informed. It's no secret that the country is divided, and
It is, yeah.
We have never experienced on this level of division, to be honest with you. But one thing that stands out quite clear is how patriotic the American people are, and how we appreciate it, embrace it, and this is why we moved to Texas.
And one of the most important things to remember is that freedom to vote, both here in the U.S. as well as in Canada. And you can't take that for granted, as there's many people around the world in other countries that don't get to experience that.
Exactly. Just think of all the countries that they don't have the right to vote. They don't have the right to vote for freedom.
Yeah.
Simply, their vote doesn't count.
Exactly.
And so, it's important to go out there and vote and know your candidate, see what they stand for, their policies, and how they're going to serve our country. Remember that your vote is your voice out here.
It's a reminder, we want to remind everyone to take that right to vote very seriously. There's a lot of power behind it, so exercise it, get out there and do that. And don't forget to confirm the information on your voter registration card. Make sure it's correct, because then it allows and makes the voting process on voting day much smoother.
Actually, in fact, I remember getting when we first moved here, we got a card, and that card was confirming the voting information was correct.
Yeah.
Which we did, and we filled out. Leon, you looked after that. Then we got it back, and then it was kind of confusing.
Well, it was, yeah. So we did get the card, as Brenda says, and there was a couple small errors on it that we corrected, sent it back. A couple weeks later, it comes back in the mail again, and then we're thinking, okay, maybe they just want to verify that the information is right this time. Mm-hmm. So we said, yeah, everything looks good. We send it back to them. A week later, it shows up again, which, okay, nowhere on the card did it say, keep this and bring it with you on voting day. So I gave them a call just to verify what it was, and that's exactly what it was. It was a card for Brenda to keep and bring with her on voting day.
It's okay if you lose it. All you need is your ID to show proof of who you are and your residency. Remember, voting is just not about picking sides. It's contributing to the future of your country. And yes, there's going to be different type of opinions and different viewpoints, but it's just getting out there. And division is not healthy for anyone.
No, absolutely. And it's important to recognize that there are different opinions, different viewpoints, different perspectives. And it's best to embrace those rather than just fight over them when you're making the decision.
You need to listen to each other's viewpoints and understand why they are those viewpoints. Doesn't mean you're going to agree.
No, exactly.
It's difficult sometimes to do that, and it's just that we have to work on it each and every day, almost like marriage.
Yeah, you can disagree with who you vote for, with other people who they vote for, and that's fine. But you can still be friends. You can still work together. You can still love each other. Division is not good. It's best to come together, collaborate, and do what's best for the country.
Yeah, and you see, and I'm going to make this point out here, is because you'll drive around the neighborhoods, you'll see red, you see blue, you see red, you see blue, and just because somebody has someone that whether it's a red sign, whether it's a blue sign, if you don't agree, it doesn't make them a bad person. No. It means that they're using their right to vote, and you don't have to agree with them. It's okay. So no matter who you're voting for, just get out and vote. And let's get together and keep America great. Thank you for watching. If you're voting for the first time or you voted many times over, put it in the comments what's important to you and perhaps provide us some tips along the way.
Don't forget to subscribe, like, share this video to others that might need a little bit of encouragement to get out there and vote.
Let this life be our best life, and we look forward to connecting with you.
Thanks for tuning in to
Life at the Jacksons.
And don't forget
To vote.
to vote.